All right, so I bought this striped, I think it was a table runner at Target last year for 90% off. So I think it was 50 cents. I thought, the stripes, and there's kind of a little fluffy tassel on one side. I thought it might make a good stuffed pumpkin. So here's everything you need. Some fabric, glue gun, needle and thread, something to stuff it with, and then some jute twine or yarn, just some kind of chunky thread / yarn. All right, you need a rectangle. I believe this was like 10 by 20 or something like that. So cut it as a perfect rectangle, flip it inside out. And actually, before I'm going to flip mine inside out, since mine was already like a pre-made rug, I'm going to cut off this giant hem because that would be really, really hard to sew with. All right, once the giant hem's off, I flipped it inside out and sewed it along each edge. And keep in mind, these threads will not be seen. So use any thread you want, sew along each edge, pull it inside out, and then you're going to stuff it with. My stuffing was actually from an old pillow. I know Walmart and IKEA sell really cheap pillows with, full of fluffiness. Or of course you could buy fiberfill or cotton balls from the Dollar Tree. I like to stuff it maybe 70 or 80% full because I want my pumpkin to be a little fluffy and not like a thick ball of pumpkin. All right, now I'm going to sew along the top. Do not forward and back to lock your stitches in because you're going to want to pull these stitches to make this into a quasi circle. So take your stitches and pull. Also, when you sew, you're going to want to leave like a long tail on either end so you've got something to pull. Now, I'll be honest. Next time I would not use my sewing machine. Next time I would recommend hand stitching this. But this is what I did. Spoiler alert, you're not going to see that fluffiness at all. So it was worth a try. All right, up next, now I've got kind of a squarish stuffed wad. I cut 3 pieces of jute. Again, you could use, contrasting yarn or something cool. And I'm going to kind of tie it and smush it. So my first one, I'm going to tie it top to bottom. And when I tie it, I'm going to kind of ball the fabric on top. So I'm never really tying this into a ball, but I'm just kind of smushing it under my jute. And for some reason that works. So tie it as tight as you want or as loose as you want. This is kind of making the lines of the pumpkin. All right, jute number 2, kind of put it, as you can see, under the bottom, bring it to the top. Also put it under just so it's extra secure. And again, tie it as tight or as loose as you want. And then same thing with number 3, equally spread them out. These are tied, obviously, but you can move them around after you're done. So feel free to move them around, make it look like a pumpkin. And you can see it's kind of coming together. All right, last and final step was I found this piece of wood outside. It was on a tree and I cut it off. All I'm going to do is hot glue it on. And notice my little threads of jute. I'm going to kind of leave it as little vines. All right, that is it. Honestly, not my favorite. I was thinking the stripes might look cool because the back is black, the front is stripy. In hindsight, not so much, but still, I think it's super cute. All right, subscribe. You know how this works. See you later.